with the COVID-19 situation continuing to unfold, we've seen businesses right around Australia, small, medium and large, suffer. How have businesses managed to respond to the coronavirus crisis using social media, being on social media? Dr. Karen Sutherland from the University of the Sunshine Coast joins us now live, quarantined from her home. How are you doing?
Good. I'm okay. But I'm worried about others for sure.
Yeah, very much so. Talk to us about what business is doing at the moment. They talk about necessity being, the time that we come up with ingenuity and ideas. What are you seeing out there?
Look, I can give you three local examples of businesses around where I am, where they've really risen up and tried to combat what's going on. So the first is an event management company called White House Celebrations. They were, huge on the coast. They delivered like major sort of charity galas and things like that. So of course, no more of those. But in the last couple of days, they've come up with delivering a new service called events. So they're offering the coordination of online conferences, immersive team building, online team building events for people who are working remotely, and online networking events. So that's really been a great way to pivot in the current situation with a lot of face-to-face events moving online. So the other one is my local evening restaurant, Tandoori Flame. So of course, no more eating in, and so they've really ramped up their delivery offerings, so making it much easier to have food delivered. And they've also reminded everyone that they can also deliver alcohol. So that's they've been on Instagram a lot. They were on there from the very start of this whole thing, reassuring customers and then reminding them of how they can still purchase their products in a way that's safe for them. And then the other one is my local CrossFit Tooltown. And so they've been amazing in their response. So after the PM's announcement, they were right on Facebook talking to their members. And so they have worked out ways where they can deliver at-home workouts, so online workouts every day, so keeping up their workout of the days. And they've arranged for their equipment, so their kettlebells and dumbbells and all those sorts of things, into little packs where people can borrow them like a library. Of course, they'll be all sanitized, so that they can do those workouts. So they've responded really positively, and just within the blink of an eye, just pivoted to try and change it. And so with businesses, I know they're getting slammed. The only suggestion I can come up with is think of ways that people can still engage with your products and use your products in their home and make it easy for them to do so. Yeah. I mean, hairdressers have been restricted to 30 minutes. That's it. So
yeah, it's incredible, isn't it? We've had a few people. Ethan Fleming's a guy that I think of as a personal trainer based here in Melbourne. And of course, personal trainers, it's a pretty difficult time for them, and gyms right now obviously closed too. So a lot of people are now turning to technology as a way to, it's always been in the back of their mind, I should be doing more online, and now is the crunch time where people are at home, both in terms of the consumers, you've got more time on your hands and you're sitting in front of a computer. Now is actually the time to do it. I was hearing that in fact JB Hi-Fi is sold out of a lot of the sort of equipment that you use to broadcast from home. Because everyone's doing it at the moment. It's the same as laptops disappearing from Officeworks.
Yes, absolutely. And I mean, even in my field in education, I've been teaching online for years, but many haven't. And so now universities are forced, if they're going to survive, they have to deliver the education and courses online. And not only that, we have to teach our students how to study online as well, because that's a whole new world for many as well. So it's a really strange
good point, because it started off with universities, didn't it? It was you guys who went, all right, we need to get people out of here, obviously large groups of people, we need to move people back. And then from that stage, other businesses went, well, I guess if they can do it, we probably need to do it as well, or can do it. And then off we've gone with a lot of people who are now trying to figure out their way, find out their way, learning about technology and how it can work for them at the same time. Because technology companies will come out on the other side of this really strong. It'd be nice if we had 5G right now, widely used, because the NBN and mobile phone networks, 4G network, is under so much threat at the moment. It's making things really difficult, including just for us here. What are your tips for people in terms of being able to adapt their business to their customers' needs during a time like this?
I guess the thing is, it would be a good idea to first engage with your customers and find out what they need rather than guessing. Find out, what problem can your product or service solve for that customer who's now stuck at home. and then think of a way to backtrack and work backwards from that. So, for example, for a hairdresser, creating like at-home kits that, clearly don't cut your own
cut
hair
your
at
own
home.
hair at home. Or
No,
get the bowl out of the kitchen cupboard, put it on your head, and off you go.
No, I'm not saying that at all. What I'm saying is, things like treatments and maybe a little bit of hair dyeing, and create some videos to teach them how to do that, and have little kits there ready.
All right, but do you risk on the other side kind of doing yourself out of business by teaching people your skill?
No way. I think people will be so grateful that you got them through this that they will come back. It's only going to strengthen your relationship with them.
And there are some businesses where it's not a good idea. For example, if you're an electrician, you don't want to be in a situation teaching people how to do the electrics for their own house.
No, that's not a great idea.
So you really do have to be, it's common sense, right? You have to think to yourself, is there anything I can do, or is there something that maybe doesn't work? Or I guess if you're a great bar, for example, one thing that I would suggest would be, if you're a bar that has a particular range of cocktails, people can still go to the liquor store. Why don't you teach people how to make the cocktails?
And how to do
it. Familiar with your staff, they learn new ingredients, and they look forward to socialising and showing others when they can get back to your bar and to meet their friends once again, to go, hey, I've been making this great cocktail, I'll show you where it came from.
Absolutely, and why not have a happy hour using Zoom? I mean, I've seen some businesses doing that. They're still having their Friday drinks, but it's just online, and everyone sits there and chats with their drink. Things don't have to change that much. They just have to move online for a period. And the thing is, too, if your service or business doesn't work online, like an electrician, think of ways that you can keep building that community around your brand. And keeping people engaged and entertaining them while they're at home, because they will be grateful for that. I can guarantee it.
Yeah, very much so. And of course, some of the funny things we've been watching where people have been trying to do their live crosses from home. We're seeing a lot of people's chins these days, aren't we? It's wonderful. We're starting to learn more about what people look like upside down. The kids in the background, the noises. We had a cat appear the other day. We had a little kid appear the other day. Basically, we're creating funniest home videos, literally from people's homes.
Well, I think it's great. I think you actually get to see people in a genuine light because they're at home. But of course, be careful to turn your camera off if you're doing something and your microphone if people doing something people don't want you to see. But yeah, I think it's great. I think it's actually showing people in a more personal way, and we're learning more about people. And I don't think that's a bad thing. Because sometimes we like a bit of a front at work and things like that. But now we get to see people in their real lives. So I think that's a good thing.
Yes, very much so. All right, we'll leave it there for now. Thank you so much. We'll talk to you again next week.
Thanks. Thank you.
All right.